Good. To be desired or approved of. A definition from the Oxford Dictionary. But that isn't the full picture. There's nothing saying who desires it, nothing saying who approves it. This is a dilemma that affects our everyday life. It causes arguments. It's what makes your decisions. It's what answers for you in your tests. It's why we have juries, why we vote for leaders who make those decisions for us. It's the very reason we have definitive answers, why we have morals. But who made those? Of course, there are proper definitive answers. Like if you had a test and one of the questions was 1 plus 1 and you put 3 because you thought it was good to answer correctly. Of course, we all know that the correct answer is 2. That is impossible to deny. But there are some paradoxes and some theories that say even that isn't certain. Logical nihilism is a theory that says nothing matters, nothing is for certain. In another reality, 1 plus 1 could be 3. Or the floating brain paradox, a theory that says we can't know that we're not just a bunch of floating brains imagining everything, that we're not just a simulation. But those are very far-fetched and belong in a much bigger picture, the largest picture. There is a kind of good that affects many people's lives. Let's say you are in a food contest. You could cook anything, and the winner will be decided by a judge. Let's say contestant A makes the best burger in the world, and contestant B makes an average pizza. The judge loves pizza but hates burgers. This would make contestant B win, even though contestant A had a higher quality. This happens because of the judge's own personal bias, making contestant A think that they weren't good enough. Which, in a sense, is true. They weren't good enough for the judge, but they were good enough for everyone else in the world who likes burgers. Now, this has a large effect on many people's lives, with juries, with judges, even with teachers marking a student's story. There is a kind of good that almost everyone has. It's built into us since birth. Morals. Morals are a kind of good in our head. If you do something horrible, you feel bad, you feel guilty. I guess you could say this means we know what's bad or we know what's good. But do we really? Ancient civilizations used to do sacrifices for their gods. They thought that was good. Animals kill other animals. They think it's good. We kill animals too. In war, soldiers kill other soldiers, and they think it's good because the threat is gone. Everyone is always trying to do good. At least what they think is good at the time. If you steal from someone, you know it's bad, but there was a reason. You gain from it. So for you, it would be good. Someone could insult someone or simply say no and ask for something. The other person could tell them off, thinking it was good to teach them a lesson or get revenge. Now, a big reason we have debates is opinions. That's basically why we have debates. Both sides have their own opinions. They think their opinions are good and better than the others. Each side will try to defend their own opinion and disprove the others. If it was about a definitive answer, without the paradoxes and theories, then one side would be correct. Let's say side A says 1 plus 1 equals 2, and side B says 1 plus 1 equals 3. Side A knows for certain they are correct, knows it as a fact. But side B feels the exact same way and will not change until disproven. In some cases, even if someone shows them a calculator, they will still have skepticism. Now, this has a big effect on our lives. We are shaped by it. We define whether we are good or bad from other people's opinions. We take it as a title, what we are. But like with the food contest example, if you're not good enough for one person's version of good, you may be good enough for another's. There will always be someone who shares your version of good. Like in the film Whiplash, a drummer joins a band. He's a very good drummer, everyone agrees. But to the composer, he is not good enough. He does not meet the composer's extremely high standards of good. In fact, nobody in the band does. There's not a proper meaning for good. Everyone fails to meet someone's standard of good. But does that really mean you're actually not good?